What do all these TDX innovations mean for you? Well, you're in the right place because we're going to show you how to put them to work for your business and your career, moving from inspiration to implementation. I'm Diane Mizota, joined by Jillian Bruce, Ryan Shalak, Susanna Plaisted. Welcome, everyone. What stood out to you most in the keynote? Susanna, I'm going to start with you.
Absolutely. So AgentScript for me. It's a new way to control how agents work. It blends that probabilistic nature that we love of an LLM, right? That's why they're so powerful. You don't need to have hard-coded logic, but when there are critical business processes, sometimes you need that predictability. And so with AgentScript, our developers are able to work in one file, it's version controlled, they can define how the agent essentially moves about its tasks and control how it transitions to one thing or another. And one thing that I love about AgentScript in particular is that it's not just for devs, it's for admins as well. They can build AgentScript with natural language, and they can also use the canvas to drag and drop, to click, use low-code tools to build an AgentScript. And my favorite part of that AgentScript announcement was that it's now open source.
And Ryan, what about you? Most exciting thing from the keynote?
I mean, headless is so exciting. And first off, no characters were harmed in the making of this announcement. But it's incredible news for our developers who want to have the choice to go and build with their preferred tools how they want. What we really did was we took the 4 systems that make up this entire platform, work, engagement, agency context, and we opened them up so that agents could operate through them, creating 60 plus new MCP tools, 30 plus coding skills. Agents love these markdown files that define how you navigate a solution, and we're enforcing the guardrails of the organization and a trust layer throughout all of these, so you can go to any coding agent or use something like Vibes 2.0 with any SDK of your choosing and go and build incredible solutions that deeply understand your customer and your business. This is huge for what you can build and how you build it.
Jillian, I have a guess what your takeaway is, but why don't you hit us?
I mean, it's all about the system of engagement, right? You know, Slack has been part of the Salesforce ecosystem for quite a while, but this is the first time that we're really seeing it come to life as the true engagement layer for not only Agentforce, but all agents. I mean, one of the amazing things that you saw a little bit with AXL is you can deploy now to any service, and Slack is obviously the primary one, but you can deploy to WhatsApp, you can deploy to ChatGPT, anywhere you want to surface agents. The unique thing about Slack, and you saw this a little bit in the demos, is it's the one place that you can pull all of the agents, whether they're Agentforce agents or your third-party agents like a Linear, a Cursor, a Claude, all into the context of work with your entire team. So it's really the one place where you can bring your entire human team and your entire agent team together to get work done.
All right, Ryan, Headless 360 opens every layer of the Salesforce platform to any agent, model, or tool. What does that mean for the day-to-day in a developer's workflow?
It means you have so much more choice now in terms of how you go about creating and generating the outcome you have in mind. You can really start now and think through the entire solution, then go to the preferred tool chain in front of you, be that Claude Code or something like Vibes 2.0. And we've created so much infrastructure now that helps those coding agents and the respective harnesses go and build incredible enterprise-grade solutions from scratch, from putting together not only, let's say, the agent script, as Susanna mentioned, but also putting together the testing harnesses around it, creating the smoke test that then proceeds through, as we saw in the keynote. This means that you're not only going and generating something that's a kind of cool-looking POC or demo, you're thinking through every step of what that agent would require across its life cycle. We've now made all of that available to these tool chains so that the whole system, end-to-end, the whole life cycle is exposed to them. That means they can just complete so much more, do it faster, and do it without as much hand-holding. This means as a developer, you're not just creating the solutions, you're steering this fleet of agents towards a business outcome. It's going to make everybody so much more powerful in what they do.
Amazing. And Susanna, we heard about the probabilistic nature of agents. How do we make sure enterprises are comfortable with mission-critical work?
Well, I think that's one of the powers of AgentScript. You're able to write that if-then conditions. You're able to see in our tools how the agent is actually decisioning and making those choices, so everything's traceable. We didn't talk about it, the keynote, but we have observability tools that show exactly how an agent is behaving. But I just think that capability to blend the creativity of an LLM and the flexibility of it with this core deterministic business logic is really what's going to allow enterprises to trust building agents with Salesforce.
All right, Jillian, really quick. Build once, deploy everywhere. It sounds great. What are the challenges in making that seamless?
I think the challenge is finding rethinking how you're actually building agents, right? You're not building it within the context of just like the Salesforce UI. You're building this to interact across the board with whatever the end user's preferred interface is. So it really kind of changes the game there.
Susanna, Jillian, Ryan, thank you so much for your insights.